This brand new cube has already broken a WR, but is it any good? Let's talk about it.
So the MGC3 Beta comes in 3 variants from about 15 euros to 25 euros. So this is in the budget to mid category of cubes.
The standard one has standard magnetization, while we also have a ball core one, 8-magnet ball core with spring, and the most expensive one is a maglev in addition to the ball core.
This cube has light and fast turning, which is quite crispy, and it feels both soft and at the same time dry when turning.
Yeah, it also has quite some blockiness to it, especially when you pick it up, but also after lubrication and adjustment. It actually feels a bit stable and almost blocky.
Definitely. If you have this cube on the looser side, which it actually comes quite loose out of the box, so loose that corner twist is an issue, and it might actually be able to pop. We can talk a bit more about that later. But yeah, you kind of have to tension it quite tightly, so you will get a blocky cube.
And after said adjustment, we get a cube that is quite good in terms of corner cutting, not the best on the market. And also it does actually have some lockup problems, both due to the fact that we have to keep it rather tight to make it perform well, not have popping and corner twisting issues. But also I think due to the piece design, there's just something inside of here which creates some lockups every now and then, which is hard to describe.
Speaking of, this cube actually can get some lockups due to some quality control issues, let's say. We've noticed this interesting thing where you just try to turn the layer and it will get a lockup where the pieces hook into each other. And this is something that we've actually seen on other MGC cubes, like for example the MGC1. So that is most likely due to some protruding plastic, which you could solve by either doing a bunch of solves or maybe take a knife and try to remove this protruding plastic. But of course, this is not a nice feeling to have on your cube.
Yeah, and unfortunately we think that they made some sloppy decisions also when doing, for example, the pamphlet, which has some weird instructions which are hard to follow and some just weird typos. And also just the general like unboxing feeling and trying it out for the first time. It doesn't unfortunately have that luxury feeling, which the box has. The box is very nice, but it feels a bit unpolished.
Yeah, so actually when you're going to tension this cube, you're going to look at the number for the elasticity. And this number can actually match up on 2 places on the centerpiece, where one of them is the incorrect one and the other one is correct. And this is quite hard to see actually. So how to know which one is correct? It's simply the number that best matches up with this protruding plastic piece. So if you see something in the middle, like between 5 and 6, that means you're looking at the wrong place. So that's not great either. So is this a great cube? Well, I wouldn't really recommend it to most people because I have some serious problems with both lockups and corner twists. And somehow I feel like it's hard to control this cube. I miss the heavier turning of my Weilong Moyu cubes, for example. And this one, it's kind of just hard to know where in the move you are. So I kind of miss these bumps in the cube, if that makes sense. So it's not really for me at all, actually.
For me personally, I think it's a nice puzzle when you just sit and turn it, just casually. But as soon as I want to start speed solving it, I do have some problem with the magnet strength in particular. On the 2 most expensive variants, you can either choose to keep the torpedoes with repelling edge magnet or remove them. If I keep the ones with repelling edge magnet in, I think it's a bit of a too strong magnetic feeling. But once I remove them, the magnetic feeling is too weak. So there's nothing like in the middle where I can control the cube perfectly. And I'm definitely suffering when trying to perform at my best, considering just weird lockups and me dropping the cube or whatever. So it will be hard for me to recommend it, and unfortunately I will not main this cube myself either.
Speaking of these repelling edge magnets, we tried removing this entire torpedo fully, and the cube gets quite an interesting feel. The sound completely changes. It feels really hollow and you can hear it when you turn. However, after doing that, we instantly got some pops, so it's not really an option for you. So that's not like a hack to remove the lockups. You will still get it.
So while we might not like this cube, since Ro Hessler broke his recent multi-blind WR with it, apparently it fits some people's turning styles. And if you want to pick this cube up, you can find it with a link in the description at cubos.com. And that's all for today, I think.
Yeah, thank you for watching.